What methods can be applied for effective Bible study? Use a reference guide that converts ancient biblical measures to modern scales. You will then know how long, how heavy, and how far things were in today's terms. You will thus realize that Goliath was not as huge a giant as people often think. When the Bible says that Goliath's height was 6 cubits and a span, 1 Samuel 17 verse 4. Converting these to modern measures will help you understand that, in today's terms, his height was approximately 9 feet, 6 inches. This then gives you a good picture of how big he really was. Similarly, by finding the measurements of Noah's Ark according to today's scales, you will realize that these were ideal dimensions to enable it to survive the 40 days and nights of continuous rain. These measurements also prevented the ark from sinking before the waters abated during the 150 days the waters were upon the earth. Genesis chapter 6 verse 15 and Genesis chapter 7 verses 12 and 24. Find out the meaning of certain words as they appear in the original Bible text. What do the words that were used in the Bible really mean? Because the Old Testament was written in Hebrew and Aramaic, and the New Testament was written in Greek, you need to consult the original Bible text. The word baptize in the New Testament, such as in Mark 1 verse 8, is baptizo in the original Greek text. When searching for its meaning, you will find that it means to immerse or place under. You then recognize that to baptize someone does not mean to sprinkle him with water, but rather to dip his whole body under the water surface. This is confirmed by the manner in which John baptized Jesus. Matthew chapter 3 verse 16. And by Philip's baptism of the Ethiopian eunuch. Acts 8 verse 38. You should also gain an understanding of the grammar of these ancient languages. You will also see how it differs from modern languages, such as English. The language of the Bible was not written in the same grammatical style as that of languages such as English, so an exact correspondence between these ancient languages and more modern languages cannot be expected. In Bible times, English and many other commonly known languages were not in existence. Looking at the word love, for example, English has only one whole word for love, but the Greek language of the New Testament uses more words, including agape, divine love, and phileo, affectionate love. Because Peter's initial response that he loved Jesus was not the type of love Jesus asked him about, Jesus had to question Peter 2 more times about his love for him. John chapter 21 verses 15 to 17. If the Gospel of Luke says that Jesus was crucified on Calvary, Luke chapter 23 verse 33, it is not contradictory to the books of Matthew, Mark, and John, which state that Jesus was crucified at Golgotha. Golgotha is the Hebrew word, John chapter 19 verse 17, whereas Calvary refers to its Greek name, cranion. They both mean skull. Your lack of knowledge of the ancient Hebrew and Greek languages will, however, not hinder God from speaking to you through His Word. Find out the meaning and background of the names of certain people and places. This information can be found in some Bibles, in an index of proper names. Daniel 1 verse 7 describes how Daniel's name was changed when he was taken in exile to Babylon. It was changed from his Hebrew name Daniel, which means, "My judge is God," to Belteshazzar, which means worshipper or servant of Bel, a Babylonian god. By searching for its meaning, you have thus observed that this name change formed part of the king's plan to make Daniel and his friends forget about the God of Israel and worship their false gods.